Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Air Kitty. Alright, and I'm back with Edna and Harvey, the Breakout. Guys, I gotta confess something to you, and I am terribly, terribly sorry. So, I had tried to get another part out, part 5, this part apparently. And I was unsuccessful. For some reason, Bandicam crashed. Because I guess I had recorded for way too long. I got some of these achievements already. I am so sorry. I will kind of go back and show how to get some of these, because obviously I didn't actually record it. But so, first things first, let's talk to the twins. The identical twins. And let us get our handy-dandy pair of scissors here.
Stop fidgeting for a moment. I have an idea. You're free!
Wow! What's going on? What have you done?
Are you a surgeon or something?
Yes. Totally certified in being able to cut apart conjoined twins via sweaters. I'm gonna talk to them again.
What's wrong? You're free. Each of you guys can do whatever you always wanted to do.
Oh, the wealth of possibilities.
And the accompanying pressure that comes with it.
Ooh my.
Ooh my. Yeah, so these guys are not gonna just get up and leave, so what we have to do is step out of the room, give them a little bit of privacy. Go away. Okay, we'll come back. I can't remember where everything is again. But so, I did learn something though. So, in order to get... Let me go back through these achievements. So, in order to get, you know, the comic nerd, Captain Useless knows what to do. I didn't use it on literally everything. Like, I didn't advance any further in the game than where I left off on 4. Like, I'm loading up a previous save file, actually. And I legitimately just went off. Like, I was, like, during my recording, and I had planned to just kind of cut it out so it wasn't shown, but I was just going around and just using the comic book on everything I could. Everything that had an action with it. So, I believe it's a certain amount of times. Like, I guess if you, like, hear all the lines, because a lot of the lines are also repeated. Like, Captain Useless forgets the number of his carpenter or something like that. That one's repeated a lot. But I guess it's, like, once you hear, like, 100 different lines, you then get the achievement. Same thing with these two here. So, this one you get for throwing ketchup at a bunch of stuff. Just the ketchup. This one, I had totally forgotten about, but so it's the ketchup, mustard, and the pen. Using it a certain amount of times. Not on everything, just a certain amount of times. So, like, I'm trying to think. This?
They hardly cut through paper. How could they possibly cut wood?
Okay. So let me go and get, where is it? Where is my ketchup and mustard and my pen? There's ketchup and mustard.
No, thank you. I prefer to eat standing up.
Let me use something. Yeah, splooch. And splooch. I think I can do the door too.
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion!
Yes, Edna, take it out on them, baby.
Take that, you insufferable means of exclusion!
I wonder how the crazy man inside the Marcel is feeling. But yeah, so then you can just draw on everything. I'm probably not going to show me doing all this, or I'll speed past it, just because there are a lot of things. But I did want to include it in here, and I wanted it to be part of the scene as we were roaming around the asylum. One, so that we knew where we've already been. But two, just because it's funny and cool. And even though I've already gotten the achievement, obviously, yeah, then we know. I will show you where the other ones are, but they're more location specific. But yeah, so we don't need to talk to this guy anymore. I did figure out more of the story as well through the guy and everything like that. Cute.
No, I don't want Harvey to think I'm jealous.
Okay.
It's still in work.
Where did we even write that? But yeah. I realize this is like the part of the story, like in a lot of point-and-click games, where it's like you just have this big, long objective. And it's like, you have to get this to get that, and then use that to go to something else, and then use that to get this other item. It's the long, drawn-out quest line now. So...
why bother writing?
Yeah, no. So that's basically where we're at, is we're doing the long, drawn-out quest line. Was there anything else that I could do?
One thing's for sure, this can't be an alarm for chemical attacks. The mustard... No, I don't want to... It only eats electricity.
I think we already tried using it
No,
here.
thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Where else could I go? So yeah, I'm just gonna speed through this part real quick, just to show you what exactly I can interact with the pen, the mustard, and the ketchup, and yeah, go from there. Perfect. Okay, so I went through like 2 of the rooms. Basically, if you just go through every room and just use the pinking shears, ketchup, mustard, and the ballpoint pen on everything you can, you'll eventually get the achievements. The other achievement I didn't mention was, this one, the tube slasher one. I know the tube slasher one, the pinking shears. And it's funny because I think it's like the pinking shears and the broken chair leg can both be used as items to kind of be used on slashing things. So, speaking of which, so we do need this chair leg for something else. Now, obviously, we see the sheet.
This is by far the softest sheet I've ever seen. Hottie? Marty? They vanished into thin air. Though I can think of 1,000 ways to use it, I still think it's too bulky to lug around. I mustn't succumb to my lower instincts.
Lower instincts? What are lower instincts? Do you mean like primal instincts? But yeah, so this is actually going to be really useful to get to some of the other parts of the asylum. But of course, it's a clean sheet. No one's going to pick it up if it's a clean sheet, so. We need to deface it as much as we can.
I'll only waste valuable energy. The bedding is so soft, the mallet just bounces back.
Okay, then.
That doesn't work that way.
No, eat some cornflakes. What else can I use? Oh, chips?
You're not supposed to eat chips in bed.
Cool. Cocktail drink.
I can't do any more harm with this. This stinky drink is empty.
Still can't believe we ate that. Or drank it. Oof. So I think that's enough collateral damage, at least. So, now, you can't see it, of course, when you step away, but now that it's all disheveled and everything. So I'm just gonna pop into one of these rooms. Come back out. And then go back in. Doggone it, it's not defiled enough?
Hey, the beds haven't been made. I guess I'll have to take stern measures.
I thought I did. Do I have to use a toenail on it? Just throw it on there? Yeah, just like that.
The sheet is too big for the hanger. It's forming a huge soft pile on the bed. I have a good mind just to fall into it.
Not as is.
I didn't ask Hottie and Maudie for their phone number. Silly me. It doesn't say you get bedside service. The handwriting of the barkeeper is totally illegible.
Trying to think of anything that we can
This
use.
is not a bedpan. That doesn't work that.
I think we've used everything on here. So, from what I remember, I had everything on me. I just kind of went through my inventory. I was just like, try it all, I guess. Maybe I had another item that I picked up somewhere. I must have had another item somewhere. Okay. So, which room was it? This one. Oh, and that's right. I don't know if I... Did I not save it? Shoot. I have lost the photo of the monitors. Oh, no. I think I deleted it. Well, we're just gonna have to try and,
Here we go.
get to that security room again if we can, I guess.
Hello over there.
Oh, a new neighbor.
Isn't the next exit due soon?
I have the same feeling that time has slowed down while we were talking. Oh, here it is.
Oh. Yes. Okay. Cool. So, I thought we would have seen the sheet be taken away, but so the sheet is now down here so we can jump
Good thing
down.
this was down here. I would have broken all my bones otherwise.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, I don't want to take the laundry lift again.
Oh yeah, let's ride bumper cars instead.
Yay.
I don't want to sleep. Look, Harvey, laundry.
Are those funny Halloween costumes?
No, it's those impersonal.
Then let...
Yeah. Let's see what we can defile. So now we have access, well, access again to this side of the asylum. And I'm just gonna take my sweet time just covering everything and whatever I have.
Take it away!
You don't have to worry. It's just mustard.
Bad mustard seeds makes bad stains.
Okay. And so typically once you mark something up, you can usually mark it up with the rest of the things. So because I can't mark up the washing machine tells me I can't really do much else with it.
Cutting patterns into all of these would closely resemble work. I don't want to waste my time on that.
Okay.
Cutting patterns into... I don't want to...
The scissors are the only thing that really, I guess, change. Come on. let's stop in here real quick, or down here. Can't remember, is there anything else down here? No, not really. And I tried before with this, but if it's like a piece of art, according to Edna, she doesn't want to do anything with it. However, I did realize another use for this furnace.
Oh yeah, let's burn the broken chair leg.
You think so?
Sure, it's been broken long enough now. And look how sad the boiler's looking. Help! Help! Give me food!
You're right.
Yeah. So any items that I believe are no longer needed, you can just throw in the boiler. Doesn't matter. You can squirt mustard and ketchup into here, but doesn't do anything. It doesn't show up on anything, so...
Quickly!
I don't think I can do anything with Almelio at the moment. Almelio still needs a spoon. A big spoon. So I'm not even gonna bother with it.
Whoa, this is going to be yummy.
Yay! And I did realize I actually missed the
This is where
cupboards.
the cutlery is usually kept. Hello? Anybody home? It's rattling, it's clinking, it's in a cutlery cupboard. What can it be? I know! It is an avalanche of shrapnel from the Andes! You have to watch out for those.
Okay.
Shouldn't we first look to see what's in there? Oh, great balls of fire! There's cutlery in there! This is where the cutlery is usually kept. Let's see. Now, what have we here? A knife and a fork. This series of surprises just keeps on coming. What's this? Not one spoon? Where the heck are the spoons?
Yeah, where the heck are the spoons? But so now we got pot holders, a knife, and a fork. I don't know why we have those things, but we do. Okay, so while we're here, I'm going to quickly run upstairs to see what exactly we were supposed to be doing in the security office. I'm trying to see which rooms we need to turn on and off. Okay, so not too many of them. There's only 2 that I'm seeing that we need to turn on. I'm gonna get another cup, too.
This one is as soaked and filthy as the last one. And I bet it's just as useless, too.
Woohoo. Okay, so we'll need to make our way back to the rooms anyways. Oh, and while I'm here, why not?
Oops!
Don't even think about it. This is my home, not a dump. Well, okay, it is a dump, but don't you dare get it dirty, bonehead.
Did you see that, too?
Okay, sorry about that, Oscar. I won't touch it then.
Yippee! Let's cause a flood in here.
Oh, Harvey, the dispenser is all empty.
I never get to have any fun.
Can we cut the plant too?
Yippee! Let's cause a flood in here. Oh,
Oh, so we can cause, wait. Can we cause other marks with the fork then? We can. So this is something that I actually didn't realize. I did not realize how much havoc we could cause with the knife and the fork, too.
Tell me about freedom, Harvey.
there are no forks out there. Everybody eats with their fingers.
I mean, we don't always eat with our fingers. Oh, yeah, that's right.
I can almost get the scissors in the gap. Almost being the significant modifier here.
Okay, not scissors, a fork, but alright, we will run with it.
Yeah, I can reach between the desk and the drawer with this. With any luck... There! Success!
Nice.
I'd really love to, but it's behind glass. There's an old key in the drawer. I'll take that. I bet it's important. Dr. Marcel kept it hidden in a locked drawer after all.
Let's see, so we got this old key, and I believe this goes in here. And so this was the part that I got stuck on.
Let's see. Wow, that really worked.
So if you guys remember, this is actually the room where Dr. Marcel was noted being in, locking himself in, and somebody hearing crying on the other side. So this is a brand new room that we haven't been in yet, and so this is also a big plot thing for the story. Am I out of... Pretty much out of soda. Hold on. Because this is a good part of the story. You need some drinks for it. Okay, I'm ready. Got his eyes follow or move.
Alfred was very clumsy with this kite.
That little putz was a clumsy oaf, period.
It doesn't tell me much. The wind is unfavorable. Does this kite stir any memories, Harvey?
Nothing I can put my finger on. Let's keep on looking.
Alfred got this great bike from his father. Mine was from the junkyard.
Dang.
Look at me, Edna, I'm riding!
Will you let me ride for a bit, Alfred?
Look, Edna! Skid marks!
Just for a tiny bit.
Look, Edna! No hands! No hands!
No, I've gotten over it.
Have you?
No, I've gotten over it. Does that remind you of anything, Harvey?
Only that the little horse's rear end never let us ride his bike. But that doesn't help us much. Let's keep looking around. I'm sure we can find a useful memory.
If ever I need an imprint of Dr. Marcel's knee, I know where I can get it now. Sure, as soon as I'm out of here, I'll have a week-long talk with my pillow. Nah, it smells like Dr. Marcel's aftershave. This is Dr. Marcel's shrine, not mine. What do you make of this, Harvey?
Seems like knee imprints, long worn, probably Dr. Marcel's. The last time he was here can't have been too long ago. The candles are still burning.
Can't interact with candles at all? Okay, let's continue along the floor here.
Alfred always used to have the cooler toys, and he never let me play with them.
Maybe that's because you always wanted to play Smash 'em Up.
You think so?
Well, Harvey, if you knew, why didn't you tell me?
Auto graveyard. It's behind safety glass.
Come on, Edna. Let's play Smash 'em Up.
Yippee! Oh dear. The toy car is behind safety glass, Harvey. Darn it.
I mean, just wrap your arm with Harvey and just smash through the glass if you want it so badly. You'll be fine.
Does that remind you of anything, Harvey?
Nothing that would help us. Let's keep on looking.
Alfred's yo-yo. Alfred was pretty clumsy with it. He couldn't even perform a single trick. Give it up, Alf. You'll always be a clumsy oaf.
Look here, Edna! Yo-yo! 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 Yo-yo!
Can't do it. It's behind safety glass.
guess I should stop trying to take anything.
Look, Harvey, a yo-yo.
Yeah, you always wanted to have this. Alfred didn't deserve it. He was a dabbling dilettante.
Hey guys, interrupting the video real quick. So I had an idea that I had pointed out in my video, but I cut it out because I didn't articulate it very well, and I kind of felt like people might get the wrong idea or might be rubbed the wrong way. So I wanted to record this part again just to make sure that I articulated my thought very, very well. So now that we're in this room, essentially Alfred's graveside, in a sense, we're hearing a bit of how Alfred talked, or at least how Edna thought Alfred talked. Now, I started kind of speculating on this and thinking, is this just how Edna kind of perceived him? Kind of being loud and annoying, because it sounds like just her tone towards him just sounds very, like, annoyed. It sounds very disgruntled, And Alfred, obviously, I think they had said that when he died, he was, like, 8 or 10, somewhere in there. He's talking a lot like, just regular children that age. Like, they're loud, they're screaming, and they're having fun, essentially. However, the way that Alfred is talking, when I compare it to a lot of other 8-year-olds I've heard in my life, basically, it doesn't sound like other children. So it kind of led me to believe that maybe Alfred had some type of neurodiversity, essentially. I can't necessarily pin it down whether it's possibly autistic, kind of more on the severe side, severe autism, mostly in the social categories or the social topics. Not so much intelligence, I'd say, but social. As well as maybe even having some kind of intelligence deficiency. Something was just kind of off. And it was something I had wanted to point out in the video, that it's kind of this deeper level that diverges, and you're not really sure if it's Edna's perception of Alfred or if it's pointing to something deeper, that Alfred acted a little bit differently from most children because, he had some type of neurodiversity. That's all I wanted to point out. Okay, back to the video. Anyways.
Look, that's Poozy. Harvey couldn't stand him.
Poozy must kill Harvey. Poozy must kill Harvey.
Oh yeah, still his usual self, old Poozy.
Dang.
Hello, Poozy.
Poozy must kill Harvey. Poozy must kill Harvey.
Oh yeah, still his usual self, old Poozy. Look here, Harvey. Good old Poozy.
Boo.
Look how nicely they play together. Just like the good old days.
Like father, like daughter, apparently. The father couldn't see how annoyed Edna was of Alfred and how much she did not like playing with Alfred. And yet forced them to play together, and now Edna's doing it to Harvey. Like, Harvey, I know you don't like playing with Poozy, but you're gonna play with Poozy because you're the same age, and, you're kind of the same, like, species? Race? I don't know. I'm gonna skip over the homework book, or the homework notebook for the moment, only because that is the key item we need. I will spoil that a little bit. But I think there's another cutscene that happens before it that I want to see first.
This is Alfred taking ballet lessons. Not only did he look ridiculous in his outfit, but he also moved with as much grace as a sack of potatoes. He was a few sandwiches shy of a picnic. Your ballet outfit is embarrassing, Alfred.
Look, Edna! I'm dancing! I'm dancing!
Do you remember Alfred?
That grinning frog face? How could I ever suppress the memory?
Then let's tempomorph to the past.
Yeah, good idea.
Yippee! Here we go again. What's up? Where's the fade out?
I don't know what's wrong. Something is blocking the memory of Alfred.
That's strange.
Let's just keep looking around. I'm sure we can find a memory that allows us to tempomorph.
Yay.
Alfred built a snowman. Is that a tie on the snowman? Oh, Alfred, you're such a geek. What's up, Bedwetter? Are you proud of your white-collar snowman?
So let's build a snowman. Snowman building's fun. We can name him Bob, or we can name him Sean. We can build him tall. We can build him not so tall. Snowman!
That last part. We can build them tall. We can build them not so tall.
Do you remember Alfred?
Of course I do, but something is blocking the memory so I can't tempomorph us. Maybe we can find something else.
Cool. I will agree, though, that he does look very frog-like. So, frog face is pretty accurate.
Even as a toddler, Alfred was ugly.
Wow.
Hey, baby Alfred.
Baby Alfred wants his porridge! Porridge! Porridge!
I don't think babies can have porridge.
Do you remember Alfred?
Of course I do, but maybe...
Okay. So that's just he's just gonna repeat that because we've unlocked the whole thing to say, hey, we can tempomorph in here, but we're not going to. Not yet.
I vaguely remember Alfred. He was an extremely obnoxious boob, I'll admit that. But to think that he's dead now? Oh.
Edna? Edna? The kid was a klutz.
I know.
He was a jerk.
I know. I couldn't stand him.
An idiot. A moron.
A pimpled ulcer.
A bag of pus.
Dumb as a bag of nails.
Cry baby.
Butthead.
Goof.
Brain dead mother friggin' vomit munching horse fornicator.
Edna?
I miss him.
I know.
Dr. Marcel will pay for this.
You think? He's got something to do with this?
Look around you. It's obvious that this guy is insane. I know the recollection of what happened back then must be buried somewhere in my brain. This is exactly why Dr. Marcel is trying to erase my memory. And to think he's got the nerve to accuse my father.
We'll find the missing piece of the puzzle, Edna. I promise.
Oh, Alfred, whatever happened?
Ha ha! Edna! Edna! Edna!
What? You little swamp-dwelling toad! I'll kill you! Oh. I mean, I would if you weren't already dead. That doesn't work that way. They actually squeezed Alfred into that?
Human bodies are 90% water, Edna.
And considering Alfred's head, I'll raise your 90 to 98%.
I don't think that's actually correct. I think we're 70% water. And the rest is, like, physical mass items. Or it's like 60 or 70% of us is water, just liquid. And then the other 40 to 30% is, you know, the mass items that help us move around and interact with the world.
Hello? Anybody home?
What do you think? Alfred!
No, I don't want to carry any old burdens with me. No chance. That is something even I won't do. Look, Harvey, that's Alfred's urn.
Urn schmurn. You're not really crying for that grinning frog face, are you?
No, of course not.
Let her process her emotions. Let her have her moment. Okay.
That's Alfred's homework. Alfred was a real nerd, and he never let me copy off him. What's this? Scribbled on the edge of the page. Mattis Conrad? That's my father's name, but it isn't his handwriting. Although somebody has made a great effort to copy it, obviously. Just a second. That's my handwriting. I don't get it. Why did I sign my father's name on the edge of Alfred's homework? Harvey, do you know anything about it?
Oh yeah, I can remember that day very well. That was the day I taught you how to forge signatures.
Yay!
Say, Alfred, I forgot to do my homework again. Can I copy yours?
Mr. Hornbush! Mr. Hornbush! Edna's trying to copy from me again!
Shh, you treacherous stinking snake. Oh, shucks. Safety glass.
Oh, shoot.
Can you remember this, Harvey?
Yes, indeed I do. You and Alfred had a private lesson with Mr. Hornbush. The lesson was utterly boring. And while Alfred did his best to follow, I taught you how to forge signatures.
Do you think we can go back there so I can learn it again?
That should be no problem. Are you ready?
Yeah. Tempomorph me to the past.
As you wish. Hold on.
Oh dear. I really do remember, I'm afraid. This is Mr. Hornbush's math class. He was very strict and he always picked on me. I'm afraid that if I don't pay attention, he'll lock me in the cupboard again. This is a riddle you have to solve on your own. Good luck, Harvey.
So we have also now figured out Edna's fear of cupboards, why she doesn't like being in, like, small dark spaces. And it's because of this corpse-looking teacher. He looks very dead.
The fun begins beyond this door. I'll have to get Edna out of here somehow. Maybe she has an idea of her own. To be or not to be? Edna used to like this skull in particular. This is Edna's teacher, Mr. Hornbush. I think Edna is afraid of Mr. Hornbush.
I think you would be thinking correctly. I, too, would also be afraid of Mr. Hornbush, one, if I was just really bad at math and I couldn't help it, and my teacher punished me for it. As well as the fact of if I had a snitch friend like Alfred.
I'm more of an art rabbit, not a math bunny. Edna could never stand math. The world is too big to spend my time locked up in one place. I should go on a world tour with Edna.
Yay!
I can make out a pattern. Maybe Edna is interested in exploring hidden island realms. Alfred is such a moron. Edna knows a few great ways to insult the ugly frog face. It's a note from Mattis, Edna's father. I wonder if it can be of any use. Why did I have to recall this sad memory? Edna looks unhappy.
I would too. Don't get me wrong, I actually really liked math. So I didn't really have a problem with it, but I think mine was surprisingly science. I had a hard time with science. And I think it was because, like, so obviously when, through each grade, you learn a different type of science. Freshman year, I think we learned about environmental science. Sophomore year, we learned... I don't even remember. I think it was more environmental science or something like that. Oh no, it was biology. Sophomore year, we learned biology. Junior year, we learned chemistry. And senior year, we learned physics. I didn't do well in environmental science, at least until I got to college, and then I understood a little bit better. Biology, I wasn't bad at. I actually was okay with. Chemistry, I rocked, because it was a lot of math. Physics, somehow, for some reason, I sucked at. Even though it's a lot of math as well, I could not do conversions. Anything having to do with measurement and conversions, for some reason, was my weak point in math. I got it right halfway through the conversion, and somewhere along the lines, my brain just stopped working. And my teacher even, was, going through and being like, I don't know what how did you got it the first half right, and then somehow diverted on the second half. And I was like, I don't know either. Because I would do, the actual way of doing it, I was doing correctly. But somehow, halfway through, I'd lose it. It's an enigma to me.
Hey, there's a new slide at the playground. Edna is the queen of the slide. She can even slide uphill.
Cool.
I didn't even know there was a circus in town. If Edna gets wind of a circus, she'll be even more upset about not being allowed out. That ice cream parlor didn't used to be here. They seem to have completely new flavors. I think an ice cream is exactly what Edna needs right now. A merry-go-round! There was never anything like that in the village before. Edna needs to know about this merry-go-round. This can't be true. There's even a Ferris wheel. Edna's not gonna believe this. A Ferris wheel. The water looks inviting. Edna would much rather go swimming than sit through this dull math lesson.
Yeah. So when I was playing this part the first time, I actually kind of thought about this, and I was like, this seems a little weird to have, a Ferris wheel, an ice cream stand, the beach, the playground, a circus, all kind of in one area. And then it kind of dawned on me that I'm like, I think in a way this is where Edna's memory kind of diverges from the reality of what it was, in which Edna's looking at this, and basically she's seeing all these fun things that are outside of the room that she's in right now. She's basically, escaping from her situation mentally. She sees all these fun things outside of the classroom that she's in. They're not really there in this spot, all in one place, but this is kind of her perception. Everything fun is outside, while everything boring is inside. So I think I've gathered everything now.
We gotta get you out of here.
Shh. Later, Harvey.
We should venture out into the world.
Shh. Later, Harvey.
Let's go on a treasure hunt.
Shh. Later, Harvey.
Do you remember the skull?
Shh. Later, Harvey.
Yeah.
Math is god-awful. Let's skedaddle.
Shh. Later, Harvey.
Mr. Hornbush reminds me of the fish Mattis gave you for Easter.
Shh. Later, Harvey.
You flushed it down the toilet.
Mr. Hornbush! Edna is snickering again!
Pull yourself together, Edna.
Look at that idiot!
Mr. Hornbush! Edna is snickering again!
Pull yourself together, Edna.
Alfred, you're a little snitch.
How are you, Edna?
Shh. Later, Harvey.
What does that piece of paper say?
Oh, it's a note from my father. He just forgot to put marmalade on my sandwich again.
Oh. You could hear me slightly snickering, Alfred, but you couldn't hear me whispering?
Edna! There's a new ice cream parlor.
Do they have blancmange ice?
From the looks of it, they've got everything.
I'd die for an ice cream.
Mr. Hardbush! Mr. Hardbush! Edna's talking to herself again, and I can't properly concentrate on my assignment.
Edna Conrad, you keep interrupting the lesson. I'll give you an official warning. On the third warning, I'm putting you in the cupboard. Do you understand?
I'm sorry, Mr. Hornbush. It'll never happen again.
So yeah, another thing that kind of tells me that Alfred may be on the spectrum or may have some kind of neurodivergence in a sense. Because, again, another thing that I see with people that are on the spectrum kind of idea is the fact that they are very black and white thinkers in a sense. There's things that are right and things that are wrong, and they very much stick to that code of these things are right, these things are wrong. I should preface, of course, I am not a doctor. I am not a psychologist in any way. I am just giving my experiences and giving my the knowledge that I have collected at least. Do not take this as I am diagnosing anybody with this. Obviously, that one can only be determined by you and a trained professional. But I'm just kind of, again, trying to dig deeper with this, and this is, again, another thing that tells me that, again, Alfred probably is on the spectrum somewhere, because, you know, he keeps ratting out Edna, and, you know, a lot of times kids on the spectrum, they don't really understand. I don't want to say they, like, they don't understand, like, the rules of the world, but, you know, these unspoken rules. They don't understand the unspoken rules in that, you know, kids don't like other kids that are snitches. They don't want to play with them. They don't want to be around them. The kid thinks that they're doing the right thing because, obviously, they're telling the teacher something's wrong. They're telling an adult that another kid is doing something that's not right. At least in their mind. But in reality, people don't like snitches. Even teachers that, you know, tell you, like, you should tell me when something's wrong, don't like snitches. They don't want to deal with snitches. But whatever, I guess.
Edna! There's a merry-go-round outside.
I love merry-go-rounds. This lesson is beginning to be a real torture.
Mr. Hardbush! Mr. Hardbush! Edna's talking to herself again, and I can't properly concentrate on my assignment.
I have to ask you to behave, young lady. That is the second warning, Edna. Interrupt the lesson one more time, and I'll put you in the cupboard.
I'm sorry, Mr. Hornbush. It'll never happen again.
And I also feel like this is kind of unfair because, so I'm one of those people that, like, especially when I'm reading something, I will say it back to myself. I'll read out loud to myself because I concentrate better like that. I remember information better like that. And that's not abnormal for a lot of people, but for me in particular, I need that. So, like, even when I'm at work, now, thankfully, my work, we're fairly spread out in our desks and everything like that, and on top of that, we're also kind of closed off from the rest of the work environment. So it's pretty quiet, it's pretty isolated. But even me, like, you know, I'll be reading something like, okay, thank you so much for doing this, and I need you to do it. And I have to mutter it back to myself. I have to read it back to myself, and I'm reading it back like 20 different times to make sure that, one, because again, I know I have a hard time with social cues, and reading between the lines sometimes in the environment. I read it back, making sure that it's professional. I'm not coming off as inappropriate or anything like that. Everything's grammatically correct, everything's spelled correctly. You know, all those different things. Edna could be talking to herself, like, just muttering, like, being like, oh, this is such a drag. She could also just be reading the board. And she'd be like, okay, so the function of n with x equals... and she just might need it as a teaching tool. And then Albert over here is getting her in trouble, and maybe it does bother him, but again, why didn't you separate them? But now I feel really bad, because I have to do this in order to, you know, move the story along.
Edna! There's a Ferris wheel outside!
No, that's impossible.
I saw it!
That's not fair. Not fair, not fair, not fair.
Mr. Hardbush! Mr. Hardbush! Edna's talking to herself again. And I can't properly concentrate on my assignment.
Edna! That's it. Enough is enough. Into the cupboard. Come on, move it.
But...
No back talk now.
Poor thing. Oh.
that doesn't work that way.
She looks unhappy.
Yeah, she just got put into a closet for something that she couldn't help. Or control.
There's a letter in Mr. Hornbush's coat pocket. I'd love to know what it says. Edna! They have a new slide at the playground.
Great. Thank you very much. And I'm stuck in a cupboard.
How are you, Edna?
How do you think I am? I'm locked up in a cupboard.
Can you reach the letter?
Sure. I can't make out anything. It's much too dark in here.
It's really handy that the cupboard has a peephole in exactly the right position. This hole in the cupboard could prove very useful. You could pass the letter through the hole. Then I can read it for you.
Good idea.
This is incredible. The letter is from Dr. Marcel, addressed to Mr. Hornbush. The doctor is paying him money to hold you back in school. And he stresses that under no circumstances are you to be allowed to leave class early. Especially, and this one's underlined, when the weather is good.
I can hardly believe it. Obviously, Dr. Marcel has been carrying out a personal vendetta against me for a long time. He'll pay for this.
This all seems a bit illogical to me, but I've seen it written in black and white.
We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
So, again, I also agree with Harvey. That seems very illogical. Again, for a grown adult to do to a child. I again think that this might be Edna kind of inputting her own thoughts into the memory, basically. Like, that's not actually what happened, but that's possibly how she interpreted it at such a young age. Or is just interpreting it in general because of the current circumstances.
What's this piece of paper in your bag?
It's not really important. My father forgot to put out breakfast for me.
I thought he forgot to put...
Maybe you should ask Mr. Hornbush to let you take part in the lesson again.
I can't believe that you, of all people, would say that, Harvey.
Why? We can wreak more havoc that way.
That, of course, is true. Mr. Hornbush!
Okay, so I think if I keep carrying on with, oh no, I still have it. Yeah, if I keep carrying on with all this stuff, I'll just get her put back in the closet again.
Hey, Edna! I spotted a letter in Mr. Hornbush's coat pocket. I'm sure it's part of a conspiracy. Shh. Isn't that your father's handwriting on the note?
Yes, why? It's just a little memo about my sandwich.
Well, how about we create our own little note for Mr. Hornbush? In your father's name.
You mean we'll forge his handwriting?
We'll just borrow it. After all, you have plenty of time in here to practice it. Or did you have other plans?
You're right. This really sounds like a good idea. Maybe I'll even manage to get out soon enough to enjoy the weather.
That's how you learned to forge signatures back then. You got so good at it that after a while you could forge anyone's signature, just by looking at it.
Yeah, I think I could still do that. I really hope this is going to help me. This classroom is not exactly what I call one of my favorite memories.
I'm sure. But now that we have that, because, like, we have the memory, but we don't actually have the skill to use it, I believe. Possibly. Oh, we do. Okay. So, we are going to go upstairs here. Oh my goodness. Itchy eye. And we are going to get Dr. Marcel's signature.
Okay. I think I could learn to forge this signature.
Sometime later.
That should do it. I can make an exact copy of the signature now.
Woohoo! So just now while we're in here...
Very good idea. I'll just sign the form with Dr. Marcel's name.
Perfect. And then I think I need to come back here.
Yes, I think I can learn the barkeeper's handwriting. He's a bit dyslexic, it seems. He even writes stinky drink with 3 X's.
Go back here so I can see it better. Because I know we need to use it on this.
What shall I write? XXX. Okay.
Is that it? Can't add anything else?
What shall I write?
Oh. Okay. Can I copy this one?
Captain Useless can forge his own signature. Nobody else can do that.
Sure. And I think that's everything that I can forge a signature with. But that at least moves us along in the story so that we can actually make progress. I'm going to end this part off here. While I'm off camera too, I'm actually just going to go ahead and go through all of the locations. I'm not going to progress the story at all. I'm not going to try to do anything else. All I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to go through the environments that we've already been in. And I am just going to squirt mustard, ketchup, spit on things, and cut things up as I see them. Just so that way I'm not taking up the video and doing it, because I realize I did take up quite a bit of time doing that. But then it gives us something new to look at. Alright. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys are having fun also kind of like digging a little bit deeper into the story with me. If you guys have noticed any other details that maybe I might have missed, go ahead and put them down in the comments. Obviously, please just remember to be as spoiler-free as possible. If you do not know if we have covered it yet, obviously just go with the assumption, don't put it in. But I would be actually interested to know if you guys have picked up on any more details about the game that maybe I didn't, or maybe things that were confirmed by the developers, like in interviews and such, that I just have not read yet. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.